have a little think. If your foundations are weak, would the structure be weak as well? Yes, of course it would. Because if the pediment is not holding the pillars, they'll fall. And if the pillars are not strong, then the roof will collapse. The podcast then proved the framework episode by episode. Every single conversation strengthened it. Every single expert added another piece. And every episode made the picture clearer. And hopefully by now you can see that it's a picture impossible to ignore. And I realized that Routine Revolution is not just about helping people create routines. Routine Revolution is about helping people build the foundation that every successful business and professional's career depends on. Because if you neglect the foundation, the building starts cracking eventually. Yet it is one thing to recognize the pattern in other people, and it is another one to entirely notice it in yourself. And believe it or not, recently, I became the living proof of that. Now, up until now, I've been talking about what I learned from other people. And now, if you don't mind, I want to tell you what happened when I ignored my own advice. A few weeks ago, we went back to Hungary for a holiday. Now, seeing family is always wonderful, and we planned a mini break as well. We walked a lot, explored places I'd never visited before. We caught up with friends and relaxed. And I even ate frog legs. At the end of each day, I was exhausted, but incredibly grateful. But there was something surprising near the end of the holiday. You might think that it doesn't matter if you don't do your standard routine because you exercise by walking every day, you spend time in nature, which potentially or theoretically can replace the meditation practices, and you express gratitude almost constantly for all the things you do during holiday. Yet, one thing disappeared completely, and that was the structure. See, you might think that it doesn't matter, but as my structured morning routine and evening journaling disappeared, something else started happening. And that was that my confidence began disappearing. Day by day, very slowly, I just felt more overwhelmed for what was waiting for me in return. And I felt increasingly disconnected from my business and started feeling really doubtful of myself. And it was really awful. Until one evening, even my husband looked at me and said, "Are you all right?" Now, having noticed what was happening, I honestly opened up to him and said, "No, I'm not feeling well." You see, nothing terrible happened, but slowly I had simply disconnected from the operating system that had quietly been supporting me for years by now. And you can imagine the experience was rather uncomfortable, but this is what it taught me. Although I have a checklist, my routine is not about ticking boxes or even about perfection, despite being a perfectionist. It is certainly not about missing a day and feeling like a loser if I did, because I absolutely refuse to do that. But a routine is about giving yourself the foundation strong enough that your professional performance does not have to carry the weight of your well-being or the lack of it. When we returned home and the daily routine of exercise and cold shower and journaling and written gratitude got reinstated bit by bit, fortunately, my confidence and belief restored as well.